Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do another oracle card reading today. This one is for the week ahead. So I've already drawn 3 cards. They're sitting in front of me face down. Don't know what they are as yet. And today I'm going to be using these cards. So last time I used another deck, same artist, same author. So these are the Sacred Power reading cards by Anna Stark, illustrated by Louis Dyer. Once again, beautiful cards, beautiful energy, amazing artwork. So as I was shuffling these cards, I actually got the words past, present and future. So, and interestingly enough, I picked the card at the bottom, the card at the top, and then one card from roughly the middle of the deck. So 1, 2 and 3. So if you'd like to choose a card in your mind quickly before I start, and we'll draw card number 1 and see what comes up. Okay, so that's an interesting one. So, past, present, future is always interesting because, the past impacts us in our current situation, and then I feel our current situation, we're constantly paving the way for the future. Now, this one says source. So there's a bit of a God-like image there. There's angels on the card, but it says source. So I guess that takes us to spirit, and how has spirit impacted us? How has our belief in spirit, I should say, really impacted us in the past, and how's it impacting us now? And what is that belief in spirit? What is our belief in spirit? Now I feel that will be a little bit different, for everyone. But I feel I want to say it's our spiritual element, our spiritual side, because we are, mental, emotional and physical beings. Where we're living a physical life in a physical world. But we have a non-physical element, and I believe that's taking us to our intuition. So how has our intuition been used in the past? Have we listened? Have we trusted? And with the benefit of hindsight, because I believe the past, we shouldn't dwell in the past, but it's certainly a good place to look back onto for learning and for wisdom, because anything that we've been through does become wisdom at some point. So how has our intuition been, listened to? Has it been listened to, really? So what were we doing with our intuition in the past, and what are we doing with our intuition now? Are we trusting our heart's desires? Are we listening to our soul? Are we connected to the desires that are coming from our soul? And are we using that intuition in order to move forward? So that's what I get from that. Now the second card is this one. Straight away I get strength from that, and it says protection. Okay, so that's quite a powerful figure. It's he's in a suit of armor, he's guarded, he's protected. Would be quite difficult to get through that armor, to get through to get to the inner being, to get to the heart, to get to the soul, to get to the intuition, to get to the vulnerability, I believe is the word that I'm looking for. So thinking about the past, has the past made us become this knight, become this warrior that has a suit of armor and a shield and is covered in every single way? I can't even see what he looks like. Don't even know what color eyes are under there. So sometimes in protecting ourselves, we can overprotect ourselves to the point where we don't let anyone in, where we don't let messages that do need to come forth in. And sometimes, the messages or the energy we may be feeling may not be pleasant, may not be comfortable, I guess is the best word there. And sometimes if it isn't comfortable, I believe all the more reason we need to listen to that, because why is it making us not feel comfortable? Now, it doesn't mean we have to listen to it, doesn't mean we have to take it on board and do what it's saying and do what we're feeling. Because in listening, that's when we decide. That's when we decide what to do, because we have free will, and it's up to us what action we take. So that may be, I feel it's around people. I feel it's around that this message here is in relation to people that are around us and what they're saying and what they're putting out, and how we react to that. If it doesn't align with us, I feel it's perfectly okay for it not to align with us. We don't need to align with everything that everyone says. We just need to align to what's true to us. But, as we journey through life, there will be numerous situations where we hear things and feel things and see things that we don't align with. But they shouldn't impact us in a negative way where it stops us moving forward. So that's what I feel that is about. Looking back at the past, situations which may have created a barrier in our energy field where we completely shut everything and everyone out. Doesn't mean we shouldn't be protected, doesn't mean we shouldn't be discerning, doesn't mean we shouldn't listen to our intuition and not what someone else is saying. But like everything, I feel it's about balance. So the past and the protection now, which may have stemmed from situations in the past. And we don't want to be overprotective moving into the future. We don't want to be not listening to things that we should be listening to, and we don't want to be shutting out things that we should be taking on board, and at least listening to, if not embodying them. We may listen, we may go, no, that's not for me at this time, or not at all, and we put that to the side and we leave that and we acknowledge that and we move forward. Okay. The last card is purification. So you can see that. It says purification on the bottom. Now that's interesting, because that is, I guess in dealing with past situations and even current situations, it is a constant state of, listening to energy, feeling energy, trusting what we're feeling, and then deciding what to do with that. But keeping ourselves in a state of awareness, in a state of feeling comfortable with who we are as we move forward. And that does involve some kind of energy purification, some kind of grounding, some kind of cleansing, some kind of ritual. And that's about not carrying things with us forward that we don't need to carry. We're always carrying something. I feel as we move through life, we're always carrying things. And, the tricky part, the real question is, what do we carry? How long do we carry it for? And what do we do with that while we are carrying it? So moving forward, I feel that card really is about what we are carrying with us as we move forward. And are we being too protected? Are we being too cautious? That was the previous card, because I feel sometimes if we are that way, then it becomes a little bit tricky to discern what we should be carrying and how long we should be carrying it for, and what we're doing with what we're carrying, and why are we carrying it? Are we carrying it because it's something that we need to carry? Are we possibly carrying it for someone else? Often, we try and help people, or we feel there's unresolved issues with people, and we carry things unnecessarily. But I feel it all goes back to the past, which was that first card, trusting our intuition, looking back at the past. And I think with the benefit of hindsight, it is good to look back at the past sometimes, because then that will lead us to the present and why things may be a certain way, why we are a certain way around a certain situation. And then that will give us a clearer picture moving forward. Okay. Okay, so I hope you can all take something from that. So for the week ahead, I would say, you know, think of the past, acknowledge the past, let go what we don't need. Be discerning, yes. Be in a protected state, yes. But let's not close ourselves off to everything and everyone. And let's think about what we are carrying forward and what we do need to release, keeping our energy in the purest state possible moving forward. So thank you for listening. Thank you very much, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.